Good evening once more, and welcome to tonight's session. Tonight, we are going to talk about project work breakdown structure. When we are talking about project life cycle, we touched a bit of work breakdown structure, but it wasn't detailed enough. So today, we're going to try to understand what breakdown structure is all about, the importance, and then how to create one for your project. So we're working with sequence. First, we've understand project brief. The stakeholder have issued a brief about the project, and then you, the project manager, you have to sit up and try to identify the stakeholders and have a quick catch up with them to understand what they really need. And before you do any other thing, you need to start organizing your work. You need to put your work in a structural way that will help you to be more organized by breaking the project into stages and into sub stages. So that is what our project breakdown structure is all about, just to get your work organized for the first time. And then looking at the way you organize it, you can know what comes next, what to do, and to whom to bring in what. And it's going to be a blueprint to help you to create a project plan. It's not a project plan. It's not. It's just to get yourself organized. Okay. Let's look at our lesson notes, and we'll see even some of the sample we have there. So I'm trying to share my screen. It will be popping up very soon. In your life, you are raising your hand. Is there any problem? You have a problem? Okay.
It was a mistake. Not at all, sir. It was a mistake.
All right. Hope everybody can see my screen. So we are.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Okay. So you see, this is just a template or a diagram showing how this project is broken down into stages. So this is the project name, and then we break the project into, you can see here, this project is broken down into 5 stages. Number 1 is preparation, planning, development, pre-release, and release. It's just a diagram to give us a picture of what we're trying to do. And within each of these stages, like preparation stage, you see it's tiny, you might not see it, but you see identify, vision, design, and starting and other tasks. So it wasn't comprehensive. I just used it because of the structure to give you visual representation of what we plan to achieve tonight. Okay, we're going to create, well, if we're trying to be fast, we're going to be able to create a diagram like this if we're fast. So let's be fast to see if we can do something like this. So what is project work breakdown structure, popularly known as WBS? So it's a hierarchical decomposition in a hierarchy order. So we decompose it into a smaller and manageable tasks or components. If we want to use a layman language, we can call it project category and subcategories. So people might understand it when you say categories, subcategories, but we call it work breakdown structure. The goal of a work breakdown structure is to break down project deliverables and work into chunks that can be easily managed and monitored. So it is essential for project planning, scheduling, budgeting, and resource allocation. It helps ensure that all project tasks are clearly identified, organized, and tracked throughout the project. Yes, it's going to be a blueprint for project plan. If you've not done your project breakdown structure, if you want to create a project plan, it might become so much of a work. But if you have done your work breakdown structure, it's going to be very simple for you. You just have to be copying from your work breakdown structure to your project plan, and everything will be so easy. The purpose it serves is for clarity and structure, gives the project team a clear structure of all activities and ensure everyone understand their responsibilities. Manageability. By breaking the project into small tasks, it's easy for you to manage. Very easy to manage, looking at deadline and other things. So, and the tracking, the work breakdown structure, although is not really for tracking, although if it depends on how you work, because if I want to create my own work breakdown structure, I plan it in such a way that when I'll be creating my project plan, it's just converting it into project plan because I captured a lot of things. But the main thing here is clarity and structure and manageability. When you start talking about tracking in a conventional way, not mine, because in my work breakdown structure, I break it, I create it as if it's a project plan. When you start talking about tracking, then it's becoming, you are gradually transiting your work breakdown structure into a project plan. And resource allocation is equally when you are transiting it into project plan. So the key items here in work breakdown structure is these two items in conventional ways. So conventionally, but if you want to make your job easy or if you want to make it very robust, you can create everything. So like I say, components here should be phase. You see, I highlighted it in yellow, phases. Each project phase divided into smaller actionable tasks and activities. So tasks specify the tasks need to be completed within each phase. So from number 3 down are me. It's not conventional. Like if you go that place, or if you, some people that are not so much into project management, if you start adding all this, some of them might start getting confused, like time allocation, meeting, project, this is me trying to make my work so easy for me. The main key items here is phase and activity. That is the work break. But if you want to make, like, you can start at time and allocation. This is estimated duration for each task, which you are going to capture in project plan. Meeting, people do not capture meeting, but I put it to make things easy for me. Project management and business analysis techniques. At times, I put this, making things easy. Deliverable owners, if you're assigning owners, it means you are making your work so easy. You are going to see the template I use as a breakdown structure is a mini project plan. So you have status and have remark. All these are part of the mini project plan, but the conventional project breakdown structure is just these two activities, just to give you direction, initial direction, before you even start inviting other team members to join you. Step by step, define the phases. You define the phases you want to work with. Here I created initiate stage, planning stage, execute stage, and closure stage. You remember in project life cycle, we talk about monitoring and control, but I said that monitoring and control revolves around every part of the project stages. So, and then this will provide high level overview of the project life cycle, high level overview, meaning that it's still at a high level. When you talk about high level, we mean a work that is not yet broken down. When you talk about, because you'll be hearing high level, low level, when you talk about low level, it means broken down into details. That is low level. Okay. The next step is identify key deliverables for each phase. Each phase, you need to have deliverables. You need to identify them, break them down, the high phases into smaller deliverables or outcome that must be achieved. The example, we'll have planning phase. Deliverable could be a project schedule, market research reports, and a vendor recruitment plan. So these are activities that can come under the main stage or the main category, just like I said. Then decompose deliverables into tasks. For each deliverable, identify specific tasks or activities required to complete them. Example for a deliverable is vendor recruitment. Tasks may include define recruitment strategy, contact potential vendors, and schedule vendor onboarding. So it's just breaking your work into stages, and it will give you a good roadmap on your project. So when you come out like this, I don't want us to dwell so much in this. Very soon you'll start doing it. These are part of the project plan, but I call it mini project plan. Yeah. So if you want to read it, when you get the notes, you can read through down to number 8. But I don't want to. The project breakdown structure is, it ends in number 3. Okay. Okay, here we have a case study, an adoption from Futraku expansion. So here, Futraku is now called Beta Marketplace. So, but when we're working on this project, we call it Futraku before the expansion, before the name change. So, in the Futraku expansion project, the work breakdown structure organize the expansion effort from River State into new Nigerian state. The tasks, stakeholders and time allocation are outlined in detail to ensure all aspects of the expansion are covered. So, and this is the work breakdown structure we created here. It's not a must. You will need to you need to capture your work in a diagram like this. So, but as a project manager, you have a lot of stakeholders. You have a lot of people you work with. You don't know when you might be requiring to have a presentation. Everything is not in Excel. You can create it in Excel. I have my own in Excel. But there's like some stakeholders you want to sound so professionally, you want to use slide, then you find out that it's going to be good to have it in a diagram like this. Or if you want to send it to your chairman, maybe a director, or you might not want to send a detailed document. You just send a document like this. So that is the reason, not that is a must that you must have a diagram. These are because of presentation purposes. So if you see this one, this work, this is a work breakdown structure in an Excel template like this. So I might not want to send this to my chairman. So I might just want to send something more portable. Looking at the chairman do not have enough time to start going into details like this. So that's why it's important. Most of the things we do at times to capture some in a diagram so that they can just glance at it. And yeah, but this is a work breakdown structure captured in Excel. And you're looking at this work breakdown structure, you see here, you see stages. These are key stages. If you look at this stage, you have initiate stage, we have define stage, we have execute stage, and we have closure stage. And under each stage, we have tasks, and we have deliverables, we have owners. Owners is just to give me a guide to know who is going to have, and more especially when I'm going to be moving my work to the project plan. But what I should capture here should be only stage, task, and deliverable. But adding owners makes things easy for you and for all of us. So at a glance, now you see the work for project managers, work for business analysts, work for developers, and the rest of them. This is a very comprehensive project work breakdown structure. It's very good. So, and if you want to convert something like this to a project plan, it's going to be very easy to convert to project plan. So, well, let us not dive into project plan. Let's just stay within our territory so that we can be able to see if we capture this in a diagram. So that's it. And let's go back to our notes. So In conclusion, a work breakdown structure is essential to in any project as it allows team to manage complexity of a project by breaking it down into smaller actionable tasks. So with this, we've got picture of a work breakdown structure. So the remaining time, I want us to create a document like this. Who tell you that we are project managers, they don't do a bit of drawing and diagram, they still do. So this is a work breakdown structure, and this is a project, this is an activity for a project manager. So, but it's not that so difficult. We are going to use a tool called draw.io. So I want everybody to participate in this. So if you see, maybe I'll give it an assignment so everybody will start being busy, and our quiz are loading. So if you want to get started on creating your work breakdown structure into a diagram, use draw.io. Mainly people that use this, you can use draw.io, you can use Visio. Visio is a product of Microsoft, but is paid. You can use Lucid Charts. Yeah, I think the Lucid Chart is free, but they have premium version. If you want to enjoy some of the template there, you have to pay for it. But draw.io is completely free for everybody, and is very, very, it gives a lot of value. So draw.io, if you click draw.io, it will navigate you to diagram.net. And see, already at diagram.net, so it's loading. So okay, it's loaded now. So if you want to open it, you can open it. It's because I'm already working on this. If you are trying to use it for the first time, it's going to ask you, where do you want to save your work? When I was initializing this, I selected I want my work to be saved in Google Drive. But during the initialization, you can decide that you want to save your work on your device, on your device, laptop device. You can choose OneDrive. You can choose any. There are so many options there, whichever one you prefer. So, but I choose Google Drive. So that's why you see Google Drive here. So, and if you are working on an existing project, you can open it and continue where you stopped. And if you want to start a new project or a new work, you click new diagram, which you are going to do. It will show you something like this, where you have to select. You can choose a template from this library. You saw this library, they are all for diagram. Or you can choose blank. But before you do that, you come over here, you write the name of your work. I see work breakdown structure. They call it WBS. To pay WBS, and we choose blank canvas, and we create. So yeah, we save. So it will give us a an empty canvas, plain canvas. We call this canvas, you know. So, and then we choose which, this is just a simple diagram that we want to create. So it's not difficult. If you want, you can choose a container if you want, but I'm not going to choose a container. So and I'm going to use general library. All these things are called libraries. And if you can use another libraries because it's just a simple work. All I need to do is I can come here and start dragging shape and get started. So this is the first shape here, and this shape, I can call it project title. Project Okay, have a project title, and this project title we want to, here you see this arrow. For those who are just new entirely, if you are not, so you see this arrow, it will take you to another shape where it's going to connect. We can use any of these two shapes. If you want, you can come back here and grab another shape, place it here, pick arrow from this and join it together. So, well, I'm just going to follow this and I'll pick this. So, and yeah, so this will start forming stages for me. And this again, I will clean this and this. I want to create, you can equally duplicate this. Just trying to show you different ways you can achieve this. So, okay. And bring it here. And yep. I think my cursor is too big. I will reduce it, but not now. I don't have time. Yeah. My cursor. is big, which is let's see. Trying to reduce the size of my cursor. So,
I don't know. Mommy says it because of her. She should go and buy it back. She should go and buy it back. I don't know.
please, can you put
back?
yourself on mute?
This one, please mute the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry, oh Jesus.
Okay. Okay, I think I should be all right by now. Okay, this one can be called initiate. This one can be called planning. This one can be called execute. And this one can be called closure. Closure. So that is it. So if you come to this initiate, you can start creating more stages. You can pick this one. This is a bit roundish to show that it's a sub stage, and you can from here connect them and bring another one here. You connect them. So now this is these are main stages. And this. And then you can see under initiate stage, what is the first activity? Looking at this, come here, you say receive project brief. say project brief. Number 2, identify stakeholders and the expectation. And then create work breakdown structure, assemble project team. So project charter is number, project brief is number 1. Say project brief. Choose stakeholder. And number 3. You want, you can itemize it, but it doesn't, but you can see the sequence already flowing. See all this to show their sub stages. Okay. Then what next after work breakdown structure? We have define roles and responsibilities using RACI metrics. Identify scope. So, and then we have scope of work. Identify the scope of work. Project approach. Call it project scope. And then project approach. So that's it. We come to planning stage. You can say, I've already done have it in Excel. At times, like I said, it can be very key if you want to do a presentation in a diagram like this. Is more portable, or if you want to share with stakeholders who might not have time to go through. So we just give a clarity of the amount of work we have in a diagram. You come over here and you see the reason you see what I did here. You see that all these items, they are all coming directly from initiate stage. If I want to do it this way, for instance, this way, and okay, this way, okay, this. What it means here is that this work, this is coming from this, and this is coming from this. But from this, you see that they are all directly coming from this. So this is not a subset of this. So that's why I'm coming from the side, not here. That's the main reason, just for because some of you will start doing it this way directly. Okay. Because of time, I'm not going to pick all the items in all the from my notes from my Excel here. So what I'm looking at time, so that's it. Well, when you are going to create your own, you are going to have more time than me, so you can add every other thing. So you see here, the first thing here is commence read meeting, product backlog, and have need to go empty. Okay, commence read, product backlog, and use case diagram. Call it read meeting backlog use case and then we'll have one more called test cases and so all these ones I'm doing the coloration is just cosmetics, so it's not I'm just doing some cosmetics here. So if you want to increase the font, you see here the boldness and the size here. Increase it to 14 and see I made a mistake. It's a closure. So this one equally increase it to 14. To make it bolder. This one, the 17. So this you can call it CRM implementation. Yeah. And we come to execute. Under execute, we'll have okay, what items do we have under execute? Under execute, I jumped this wireframe. Sure. Okay, we'll have groom user stories, validate and sign off user stories, and enter user stories in Jira. Okay. I'm not going to be capturing everything because of time, but when you are going to create your own, I expect you to capture everything. You have more time than me. Okay, let's check what we have here. Yes. Yeah. Making sure that everything aligns well. Okay. Closure stage. Under closure stage, okay, I've obtained client acceptance, close all read, document lesson learned, post-implementation review, okay, obtain client acceptance, close all read. Okay, post-implementation, yeah. Document lesson learned, post-implementation. Just pick post-implementation and closure reports. So, yeah, I've done my um my work breakdown structure in a diagram, which I can use for presentation. I don't need to carry my Excel document everywhere. So all I need to, I'll just export it. Export it as PNG. Export as PNG, and I'll select I want to download it on my device. And come over here. You see, this is the one we have on our note before. I've created another one. So come here and I'll import, insert it. So we'll have it here. So You can see it's very easy to use it for presentation. In PNG, you can insert it in different documents you want to send. If I have a report, I've already written a report, and I want, for instance, I can even capture this in the project brief. So if I want to talk to the project team, want to discuss the project brief, which I got from the stakeholders, I can just insert this in the project brief. So when we'll be having a meeting, I can present it and everybody will have a look, know the amount of work we have. That is the purpose of making it here in a diagram as well. So yeah, you see how you can use draw.io to quickly create a work breakdown structure. You can equally have it here. I will share this template with you. It will help you to create your own work breakdown structure in diagram. So that is going to be your first assignment. Yeah. So I think if you have question now, you can send your question. So all right. If you are raising your hand, you can answer. Odo Kingsley.
Good evening, Mr. Charles.
Hi, Kingsley.
Thank you very much for the lecture. I understand everything you just said. But my question is, how do we submit this assignment when we're through? How do we, are we submitting at the
The
platform?
instruction, when I post the assignment, you'll see the instruction. I want to receive them. So because of the number, you guys are too much. So I normally want to receive them via either my account. If I can create an account in Facebook, that's what my pattern of teaching is different from other people. So you will upload, when I create a post about it on Facebook, you will comment on the comment section. You attach your work for me to view your work. If you start uploading them in the portal, in our portal, we're almost 150. By the time I have to download and read, it's going to take time. So I prefer you just upload it on the post I'm going to create on Facebook, either from our page or from my personal page. So I'll share a link so you can follow us or follow me, so that it will make things easier for all of us.
All right, my second question is, that means after saving it to our drive, we have to attach the file.
How?
That's for us to, after working on the draw.io, we save it on our Google Drive. Am I right?
Yeah, you can save it anywhere. Like you see, I saved this on my laptop. Anywhere you want, you can, like I said, from when you want to, draw.io is a cloud-based, but it's going to ask you, where are you going to save your work? If you want to have a Google Drive, you can save it on your Google Drive. You can save it on your laptop. You can save it on Dropbox. You can save it on any storage facility you have. But they will show you a list of the storage facilities that they are integrated with, where you can save your work. If you don't know where to save it, just select device so you can save it on your laptop. Is that okay?
All right, thank you very much. It's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Onyinye Chi Ede.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you for your teaching. I understood a lot today. So my question is about the arrow on your presentation. You kind of told us the difference between the arrows going by the side or going in between, and I didn't get that.
What did you not get? I
The
said the
difference
arrow.
between
I said the arrow going between it means that it's going through the other deliverables. They have the same capacity. They are of equal capacity, meaning that they are all tasks under the main category. If it's coming in between, it means that these other tasks are under different tasks, not under the main category. But if you come in by the side, you can see all of them are coming directly from the main category. So they are subcategories of the main categories if they all of them are coming by the side. But if they are coming in between, they are no longer subcategories. They are now subcategories of different tasks. Are you getting it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okwara Nkechi. Okay. Let's move to Bosede Okoje.
Okay. Yes. Good evening, Mr. Charles.
Good
Yes, please.
evening.
My question is this work breakdown structure. Is there a template for creating it? How that's for instance, we have a project. Is there a template we have to follow to create it? A
I've already
template or
shown
like
you a
a
template
guideline?
here. You can, as we are talking to me, you are looking at a template. You can create
Okay.
your own. You can make use of my own. If you don't know how
Oh,
to start, you can start using my own till you learn or you become pro.
okay. 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 So it
You can
applies to
see,
any kind of
you
project.
can see you doesn't have any special software. This is Excel sheet. Excel document is not a special document to do that. And if you want to create it in a diagram, you see the way I'm creating it from my Excel to the diagram.
Yes, I understand that part. It's just writing it out before putting it into the diagram that is my issue. Okay, no
Okay.
problem. I will follow this template. I'll be learning. I keep learning till I become a pro in it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for raising your hands. And for those who do understand, thank you for everything. And yeah, so you'll be expecting the already announced the assignment, but I'm going to create a post where you're going to be submitting your work. Yeah. Thank you, and yeah, see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much, sir.
At
Thank
least
you.
we'll have
Thank you,
some.
Mr.
Thank you,
Charles.
sir. Good night, everybody.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Charles.
Thank you.
All
Thank you very
right.
much, sir.
Good
Thanks,
Thank you, sir.
everyone.
Okay.
Good
Yeah,
night.
Hello, Mr. Charles, please, I didn't get the assignment.
good night.
Hello?
Joel, there's no assignment now. He said that he will upload it.